we're back. 1,000 kilometers later. First service, done. Only cost 2,100 Rand for them to torque everything, to change the oil and filter and update the software. Apparently I've lost a side stand rubber somewhere, so not my fault. New one being ordered. Small things when these things fall apart. Anyway, before I forget, those of you whom I know there is no shop manual for this bike yet, have a look at this. That was, well, the factory torque examination report. All right, so at least we know the torque settings for the axles and miscellaneous. We'll be fitting two things today. One, a new aftermarket exhaust slip-on, and two, tank pads. Now, let's start with the tank pads. Well, I'll see how I shuffle this. Rubbatech, they are based in South Africa. Very good support. They even gave me idiot-proof instructions. Because this guy's an idiot. There's even some instructions here. Ooh, funky. And what we are basically going to do right about there. That should be perfect. Obviously, the finished attempt will look somewhere like this, or possibly like that. You know my idiocy. We'll get there, okay? But I know most of you are here for this. Yeah, made in Britain. Merry Brexit, by the way. Few things are still made in Britain. Well, good on you. Why did I go for this? Oh, by the way, they are made by Fuel Exhausts. You can go on their website. They've got a couple of specials going for Black Friday. A couple of weeks too late. And you can choose the style of the slip-on you want. So, very nice site, easy to order. This came via UPS. Then, once you remove everything and the British packaging, there's the exhaust, invoice, you get a nice bracket, firmly well made, not plastic, and the can itself. Okay, we'll keep that in mind. We don't need no stinking instructions. Right. And this is what you get. Beautiful. This is the titanium finish. Comes with a baffle. You can even get a carbon tip. Personally, I'm not into pencils. Oh, wait, that's graphite. Never mind. So, this is what comes in the kit. Pretty sure there were... No, that's everything. Okay. You do also get a mint cake with this. Now, I have bitten into it, and boy, if you don't know what regret tastes like, that's definitely it. It's basically like every politician who has been stroking the public to sleep, and when the public is finished, you gather up all that despair and disappointment, and you put it in a vat and you mix it and you make this brick out of it, and then the politicians will basically, all their promises, the chocolate coating on it, and if you try to spit it out, it's already got the consistency of man love juice and 8 squares. But if it was made as after 8, not after 8, it's basically more like after sweaty blue hands, and they've never washed, and COVID is on there, and Fuel Exhaust, please don't send those cakes out. It's like you're punching your customers in the face before they even get to your product. Oh, all right, now that I've gotten that off my chest with a old gym sock, that'll stand by itself. Right. What do we need for all of this? Well, first off, a gentle persuasion rubber hammer. If that doesn't work, a reasonably mother-in-law capable hammer, torque wrench, some gloves because you don't want to get fingerprints on it. And if you do get fingerprints, you use a bit of fish oil and kerosene and a clean rag to wipe that down when you're done. Don't start the bike because you don't want this thing smoking and causing a fire. Obviously Loctite, we don't want it falling away. And of course, various tooling. For the Rubbatech, we need to get rid of any wax or grease, so a bottle of isopropyl alcohol with a fresh rag. Notice I'm really getting professional with these videos. I guess you didn't skip over my tirade over that mint cake, huh? So let's get the bra off. The protective skirts, lift those up over the head. Sorry, it takes a while for the brain to reset. So we're going to take these off and see what happens. Oh, I need to get the bathroom scale. I'm sure the wife will throw it at me if I ask her about it. All right, that's the shrouds off. Really simple. You loosen whatever visible nuts and you slide them forward because they're just mounted with these rubber grommets, basically held here. Just slide them forward. This one, there are 3 nuts, 1, 2, 3. Everything uses, well, it's only 2 size different Allen keys. It was a 5/32, and yeah, well, I'll leave that to you. And once you've done that, you get to see what a catalytic converter does. There are 2 in this bike. I guess that's Euro 5 plus 6. So, next, gotta reach around. Yeah, you gotta do a reach around. Loosen this, and then we loosen that, and this whole thing should slide out. There we go, off it is. Be advised, these things are a little bit rough under the covers. For example, you may hurt yourself with this little spike. That's what it is. I'm going to have to put some copper slip on these threads and maybe just a little bit for sealing and easier removal. But a little bit of wiggling, it came off very easily. Right, let's fit the new... Sorry, what? You want me to start the bike without an exhaust on? What sort of hillbilly crap is this? Where do you think we are? Jesus, man, I'm trying to raise the quality of my videos, not put it down to that, yeah, okay, let's do it. Okay, moment of truth, but bear in mind, as every woman will tell you, these things are notoriously inaccurate. Let's just zero this thing. Okay, the new unit, including pipe and tooling. Did I say inaccurate? Well, apparently this thing weighs nothing. Let's try that again. Okay, the scale, apparently I'm not a woman, so it's scared of me. I cannot get an accurate measurement of weight of these 2 units. Look, I can pick this up, no problem. I would say possibly 2 kilos, whereas this one, I would say 5 to 6 kilos. Yeah. Okay, it really doesn't sound like anything, huh? Regardless. Okay, I'm sure we're not going to reuse this one. Possibly no. This one, though, the heel protector we'll probably use. All right, now, sliding this over is a little bit difficult, so I'm going to use a bit of WD-40 just to slip it on. You know, as in your personal and private lives, WD-40 is great lubrication. Yeah. Okay. To make life easier, you remove this thing, slip it over, don't tighten it, and then this linkage pump has got a bit of a curve, so you got to rotate it. So instead of pointing up, it has to point downwards. You attach everything loose onto it, and you rotate the can until there's an equidistant spacing. If it's not perfect, it'll be lower here, lower there. You'll get the point. Wiggling, you don't need any grease. It's very easy. Just slowly, very slowly proceed to force the pipe onto the hole. What was that? Into the hole. Yeah, never mind. WD-40 makes a mess. That's why we're going to clean it up now. So, going to clean this up. Well, first we got to tighten this. You will need some masturbation power to push these closed with your fingers so you can put the screw in. Make sure, again, straight line, perfect geometry, okay? You don't want it sitting like that. Don't worry, you knock it, it'll seat itself. Okay. Here, easy, easy. You may want to put a bit of copper slip on the threads if you plan to remove this, but other than that, job's nearly done. Looks a bit juvenile, but we'll see. And done. Now, when slipping this on, those rubber grommets, put some red rubber grease in them. Makes life easier when you're sliding it in. And a bit of Loctite, obviously, on this nut. And this is what it looks like when you add a little WD-40 on it. Wipe it off. Absolutely brilliant shine. And protected, because it leaves behind a layer of fish oil. This does look a little empty, but let's face it, this thing is now for off-road. Yay! Can't wait to put some scratches on. Right, now let's compare the stock sound versus the new one with baffle and without the baffle. I will be recording the sound with the most accurate and technologically sound method that I'm aware of. Namely, I'll be using a cox length away from the outlet. Around about, let's be generous. Yeah, around about there. That'll be it. Let's do that. With the baffle installed, there we go. No longer a virgin. Without the baffle. Oh yeah, this one's it. Final verdict. Gentlemen, without the baffle, this thing sounds very good. It's got a deep, throaty growl, and I can only imagine what it will sound like when I ride it. Unfortunately, I don't have a GoPro camera. Gift me one for Christmas if you would, then I can give you that video. But, okay. Right. Verdict. Versus the OEM. Jesus, that OEM is heavy. F1 exhausts, fuel exhausts. Ladies and gentlemen, this is proof that you don't have to spend the big bucks to get an Aero exhaust or an Akrapovic or even a Yoshimura. The quality on this thing is top-notch. I'm very surprised that the British can even manufacture quality of this standard. So, yeah, top-notch. And the price is actually very good. What was it? 200, between 220 to 300 euros. So, make of that what you will. Absolutely perfect. Beautiful. I would, however, recommend that the manufacturer of this exhaust maybe makes an extra cover just to pretty this up a little bit, I'm sure it's easy enough to roll or bend a piece of sheet metal, which with a Snell clamp can fit on here, and just hide this pipe to make it a little bit more uniform. Hint, hint. You know, send me a free sample, I'll put it on and do the review. But other than that, install, very easy. You just had to, rotate the pipe a little to make sure everything lines up. Obviously, you don't want this thing to cook the plastics, which it won't, hopefully, we don't know. Not like the Husqvarna 701s who cooked their indicators with the exhaust. Oh well, but that's why you have to look that the oval shape is aligned as per the diagram, and then it'll work. You can even still rotate it a little bit more so it goes even further away. Flexibility, this thing, you're shaking the bike, you're not shaking the exhaust. It is rock solid. So, top notch. I cannot complain. The sound wise, look, it's not a twin and it's not as throaty and baritone like the Aquaprovic, but for what it is, gentlemen, definitely recommend it. Please support this company even after Brexit. And what else is there? Oh yes, we still need to do the pads. Well, we better get to that then. All right, so I cleaned the surface with isopropyl alcohol, gave it a minute to flash off, and then I positioned it as I wanted and just put a bit of duct tape here to hold it in place. You could use the Triumph sticker as a cheat. Unfortunately, the Triumph sticker is not accurately placed. Yeah, I know. Regardless, once you've done that, you peel off the bottom, you stick the bottom, and you peel the back plastic upwards, making sure you smooth everything out. Once it's up here, take the duct tape away, pull the plastic off, and it's on. Ta-da! Job complete. Absolutely spot on. Easy to do. The glue on this thing is amazing. You can't even peel it off anymore. So this is going to stick nicely. Very good grip. Let me see what it looks like standing up. And yes, before I forget, I have added SW Motec foot pegs and the bar riser of 1 inch. Yoink! Okay, not bad. Basically touch here, but that's not where we're going to grip. Here. Perfect. My knees hit right here. Right there. Very good grip. So that's Rubbatech, local South African company. Please support them. Their product is top notch. And again, you don't have to buy the big name brands. As it is in the capitalist world, when the big guys get too big and don't care about the little guys anymore, smaller companies come with better products, better service, and the cycle continues. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. And I do say thank you because you are either drunk, comatose, or extremely high to watch my videos to this point. Again, thank you for supporting your local dealer during the lockdown with COVID. And on that note, please try not to drink the hand sanitizer. It is an awful way to die. Goodbye.